Good afternoon, book lovers of the internet. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. I am Book Nerd 802, and in this video, I am going to be reviewing yet another book. This one is called Dearly Devoted Dexter by Jeff Lindsay, the second book in the Dexter series. I have already started reading the third book in the series called Dexter in the Dark. Now, this has to be one of my favorite series of all time. This one consists of about 300 pages, and I rated it a solid 4 out of 5 stars. And there is excellent humor throughout, characters that are well written, and a storyline that you can't help but to immerse yourself in. And Dexter is, needless to say, an extremely relatable character, but deep down I believe that he knows what is right and what is wrong in terms of morals and values, and I support him fully. If you know of Harry's code, basically, the code which Dexter follows to kill his victims, so to speak, you will see what I mean by this. And in this one, there is an antagonist called Dr. Danko who kidnaps the people who ratted him out to the Cubans and starts dismembering them as he gets them to play hangman to guess words like loyalty and betrayal. And yeah, there is plenty of foreshadowing within the story with regard to this whole hangman situation. And there is also plenty going on at the same time, since Dexter accidentally proposes to Rita. And Dexter being married is not something which I really had in mind for the series. He also figures out that Cody, his stepson, and apparently his stepdaughter as well, Esther, they are equally as ruthless as he is, and Sergeant Dokes and Deborah's love interest are both taken hostage by the crazy doctor, Dr. Danko. And I was just chatting with my girlfriend a few days ago, and she told me that Dr. Danko apparently never shows up in the TV show. Now, she hasn't read the books, but she has watched the entirety of the show, and apparently there is a lot of. Um, the show is vastly different to the way that things happen within the book series, which adds on to my wanting to watch the second season even more now. And Dexter could care less about Sergeant Dokes, especially since the sergeant was stalking him when with his future wife, but he still saved his life despite the fact that Dokes is not 100% himself anymore, considering all the parts of his body that were dismembered by Dr. Danko, and there was also an insane chase where Deborah drove her vehicle into a body of water with Dexter inside, but he managed to get out and save her too, and ultimately she managed to repay the favor. So I don't believe I've spoiled anything just yet, and I will not be doing so for this review, but I would highly recommend that you read the series. Let me know if you think that I should buy the whole series from start to finish, because the books I do have, they are in second-hand condition and they are not really in good shape. And I have the first four books in the series and they do not match in size either. But considering that this is one of my favorite series of all time, I feel as though I should buy the whole series, 8 books, in paperback, and I checked online, it shouldn't be too expensive either. So yeah, Kyle Chutsky, who is Deborah's love interest, he was saved by Dexter, and a pedophile was also taken care of. He was disposed of, as it should be. Relatively short chapters, a very quick pace, and a small cast of characters that are developed very well are elements which make for a fascinating read. And Jeff Lindsay, the author, he is very consistent with his writing style. There isn't anything I can really complain about, but I must admit that the screaming pillows did get my stomach to churn towards the beginning, but by the end I was entirely desensitized to all forms of dismemberment, and Dexter is of course impressed with the work, because with Dr. Danko's work, because very little blood is spilled in the process, and as a blood spatter analyst, this makes his job easier. So I just love Dexter's obsession with pastries and sweet treats, and in that regard, we are the same too. That was also a very relatable part For me at least, I feel as though Dexter and I are one, and Michael C. Hall and I are one and the same as well for several reasons, and I can now watch the second season of the show and compare it to this second volume, although apparently there is a lot of divergence. But yeah, Cody killing a dog to satisfy his dark passenger was not really something I anticipated, and the hangman foreshadowing was, however, something that I did pick up on. By the end of the book, I could see where the story was headed, and I didn't think that the villain would be taken care of so quickly by Deborah, but she, of course, did the right thing in, spoiler alert, shooting him in the chest, twice, I believe, killing him immediately, rather than yapping about how much of a villain he truly is. So I am also going to show you the third book in my collection just to show you what I am currently reading. There we go. And this is what I was telling you about the sizes of the book not being, of the books in my series not being the same. Dexter in the Dark is way smaller than the second book in my collection, and as a matter of fact, it consists of about 380 pages easily. Because of its smaller size, I will be reading this during my teaching practice. I am already 20 pages in, but yeah, I am really enjoying it so far, although it is written in a bit of a different way to the other books in the series. But I think that is all I had to say with regard to Dearly Devoted Dexter by Jeff Lindsay. Make sure to take a look at my review of Darkly Dreaming Dexter. In the link will be in the description down below. I reviewed it a couple of months ago on my channel as well. And yeah, before I leave, since I bought this book secondhand, somebody decided to doodle the scar at the side of the at the sides of the pages, and if you scroll quickly enough, if you thumb through the pages, the car will appear to move and vanish entirely. So yeah, that is something that I thought was very cool about this second-hand book. So yeah, I don't think I will be giving this one away anytime soon, simply because of that. But yeah, that is all I had to say. If you enjoyed the video, as always, make sure to leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, take a look at the rest of my content, because why not? It's absolutely amazing. And I'll see you in the next one, hopefully very, very soon. Thank you all for watching, and bye, guys.